Hi everyone, this is Dr. Chhoda and welcome to this important episode of Ignition Time. I really appreciate you being a viewer. I want you to know that I really appreciate you being a subscriber. If you don't know anything about me and if you're new to our channel, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. If you learn something new from this video, please consider clicking the like button. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. That would be your vote of confidence in us and all the efforts that go into the scenes behind this channel. Now, I'm about to report on something that is highly unusual. And before I report this, let me tell you, this is another one of those videos where it would have been easier for the Ignition Time channel not to do the video because of the highly divisive, highly partisan climate that we live in. But this was just so unbelievable that I had to report it because this was an actual letter written by several former US attorneys, all Republicans, about the president. Now, I'll provide you with a link to this article in the description section below. I'll also provide you with a link to the actual letter so you can see the actual letter and then decide for yourself. Several former US attorneys, all Republicans, and you can see the article on your screen, are actually backing former Vice President Joe Biden, saying that the President Trump, threatens, I quote, the rule of law. Now, this is important. 20 US attorneys, all Republicans today, called President Trump a threat to the rule of law in our country and urged that he be replaced in the upcoming election by his Democratic opponent, former Vice President Joe Biden. Just astonishing when you actually think about this. And here I'm quoting from the letter. The president has clearly conveyed that he expects his Justice Department appointees and prosecutors to serve his personal and political interests. This is what these prosecutors said in an open letter. They accused President Trump of, I quote, taking action against those who have stood up for the interests of justice. Just unbelievable that I'm reporting this. Now, this letter was signed by prosecutors appointed by every Republican president from Eisenhower to Trump. Okay, and this is the latest instance of many Republicans actually backing former Vice President Joe Biden. In August, I just want to be clear, dozens of Republican national security experts signed a full-page newspaper ad endorsing former Vice President Joe Biden over President Trump. The letter goes on to say this about President Trump. He has politicized the Justice Department, dictating its priorities along political lines and breaking down the barriers that prior administrations had maintained between political and prosecutorial decision making. Just unbelievable. And this effort was initially organized by Ken Weinstein, who's a former US attorney for Washington, D.C., who later served under the George W. Bush administration as Assistant Attorney General for National Security. So these are some pretty high-profile individuals. In fact, here's a letter on your screen, and this is basically a 2-page letter. It's actually just over a page, and just some astonishing attributes to this letter. I'll read out the last paragraph of this letter, which is on page 2. We firmly believe that Vice President Joe Biden is the candidate who can and will provide the leadership we need to refocus the Justice Department on the cause of impartial justice and to address the deep-seated societal issues that are roiling our country today. We give him our strongest endorsement. Incredible that this is coming from Republicans. We give him our strongest endorsement, and we hereby announce that we will each be voting for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to serve as the next president and vice president of the United States. This has actually never happened in our country, and you can see the list of the former prosecutors, former Republican prosecutors, who have actually openly, in an open letter, declared their support for former Vice President Joe Biden. And now let's get a view from the other side. A spokesperson for the Trump campaign dismissed the letter from the former prosecutors as arrogant and offensive, noting that it is President Trump who has the support of police officers and their unions. This is a comment from Hogan Gidley. No one should be surprised establishment elitists are supporting Joe Biden. In an email statement, what Gidley said was, when Joe Biden promised to redirect funds away from the police, I noticed their worry for politics wasn't voiced when Joe Biden's DOJ claimed to be a wingman for the administration. You can read the rest of the statement as well. But just incredible that we're seeing something like this. We've never seen in the history of our country a Republican president having this kind of a response from former prosecutors who are all Republicans. Now, the letter goes on to say, President Trump has undermined the department's ability to unify and lead our nation's law enforcement by picking political fights with state and local officials in a naked effort to demonize and blame them for the disturbances in our cities over the past several months. Now, I do want our viewers and subscribers to know that this letter is signed by former U.S. attorneys from Florida, Minnesota, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and other states. One of the signers, Gregory Bauer, is a former U.S. attorney for Nevada. He also served during the first years of the Trump administration as the FBI's assistant director for congressional affairs. And this is what he said. He said, I had an up-close view of how the president and the White House dealt with the Justice Department in recent years. It's clear that President Trump views the Justice Department and the FBI as his own personal law firm and investigative agency. He made that clear privately and publicly. And Brower also said this: if Biden wins, Brower said the Justice Department could see a quick recovery in morale and a sense of purpose, but it will take longer to recover confidence from American citizens and US allies overseas. Just astonishing information. I just want to be clear. For me, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm American. For the 1% of our viewers and subscribers who are going to freak out that I am against President Trump or the Ignition Time channel is against President Trump, that is not the story here. The story here is an open letter from former prosecutors, 20 former prosecutors, all Republicans, talking out against their president. And I want to know what you folks think in the comment section below. I'll also provide you with a link in the description section below to this actual article, as well as the actual letter, the actual open letter. And you can read the entire letter for yourself and decide. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time. You can get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000. You'll get added to SMS alerts list, and you can opt out of the SMS alerts at any time. You can also get added to our email list if you want. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and you'll get important alerts and breaking news on your email. You can opt out of the emails or the SMS list at any point in time that you want. You can follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So please make sure you follow us on Instagram for exclusive content on Instagram. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. You'll get breaking news and alerts from us on Twitter. Now, sometimes YouTube does not always send out notifications on time. It just happens, that's technology for you. So make sure you bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. This way you can visit the home page of our channel on your browser, on your computer, and you can watch our videos at any point in time that you want. You're not dependent on YouTube notifications. If you learn something new from this video, all I ask is you please share this video with friends and family. That would be your vote of confidence in us and all the efforts that goes into this channel behind the scenes. That would mean a lot. Also, please comment below, because our community is growing very, very rapidly. And I think engaging with our community is essentially the biggest value you can get on the Ignition Time channel. You'll find the links in the description section below to all our resources. And finally, if you learned something new from this video, please ignite the like button. Remember, the name of our channel is Ignition Time. Please click subscribe and ignite the notifications button so you can get notified by YouTube going forward. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.